Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks bringing you your daily Tesla report for Wednesday, July 23rd, 2025. Let's take a look at the charts, the big picture. This is a 5-year plus weekly chart that goes back that long. And it does show, once again, the low to mid 350s as an important price ceiling that can not only contain buying through August if tested, and it remains in reach over the next couple of weeks above 324.37. I'll get to that in a moment. But of equal significance is the fact that if we were to close above 356.41 at the end of a week, then we enter a buy signal that we would then expect playing out through the rest of the year. This 518.73 5-year channel top then in reach possibly by the end of the year. Could take a little longer. So that is the big picture. Until then, the mid to upper 350s, meaningful resistance. Now, if I'm going to backpedal a little bit, we had a buy signal a couple of weeks ago above the 299.21 channel top, which indicated the low to mid 350s. And then we've had a little trouble here at the extreme channel top, but we'd mentioned over the last couple of days that while we were pushing above and back below, it really is this newly formed rising channel bottom that today's at 324.37 and captured yesterday's low that represents our near-term support. In other words, 3 to 5 day out to 1 to 2 week swing traders can buy 324.37, still anticipating the 351.39 to 356.41 region. I'm going to take this, I'm going to segue just for a quick minute. WickedStocks.com put out 2 stock picks on Tuesday that you should go check out by taking advantage of our 5-day free trial. One on Riot Platforms, symbol RIOT, that is the data mining company for Bitcoin, and also Linde PLC, which is a global industrial gases and engineering company, symbol LIN, both of which are on the precipice of meaningful buy signals that would present at least a 20% appreciation in those underlying stocks. One of them, I forget offhand, shows the better part of 50% over the following 3 to 5 months. So you can see them for free by going to wickedstocks.com and taking advantage of our 5-day free trial. You'll also get our daily triple Q and our daily SPY analysis and our weekly Apple stock analysis for no cost to you whatsoever. So let's take a look at we don't have it labeled here, but 324.37 is your bottom picking level for the day traders, and for the week, 3 to 5 day swing traders. And by the end of next week or sooner, I would expect a retest of the low to mid 350s, 351.39 to 56.41. On the way up today, present volatility does allow a test of 344.37. That is nothing more, not labeled to the channel top, it is nothing more than the channel top to the 324.37 channel bottom. So if I were to label this line right here, that is 344.37. We could top out there for the day. I think that's a solid day tradable level. If we happen to push through 344.37 today, then yes, 351.39 is in reach on an intraday basis. The beginning of a wide zone up to 356.41 that can contain buying through the month of August, and from here we can fall away, perhaps within a couple of months, to some variation of this channel bottom on the daily chart at 252.87 and on the weekly chart at 255.41. It would be a variation because you see if we push back into the low to mid 350s up here, this structure takes on a more horizontal, and then, I don't want to get into that, but the structure would change, but it would be back into the 250s, 260s within a couple of months of testing the low to mid 350s. Downside, if we happen to break today below 324.37, I think we have it mapped out. Actually, we don't, but it is a downside Fibonacci. I believe it's a 50% downside Fibonacci over the last 2 weeks, 313.39. So breaking or opening below 324.39 does signal 313.39 intraday. And if we close today below 324.39, I'm not expecting a test anytime soon of the mid to low 350s. And in fact, I do see within 3 to 5 days, 304 even. Simple trend line off the lows. I wouldn't be surprised to see 284.70 within several weeks, but I don't want to entice anybody who may be uncomfortable in the 2 to 3 week time frame. As I'd mentioned, and as you're well aware, the last month or so, we've had a couple of failed 2 to 3 week sell signals that were rejected within a matter of days. But, you just kind of play it as you see it, calling balls and strikes. If we close below 324.37, that could certainly spill into the 2 to 3 week time frame. We would likely test 304 even within 3 to 5 days. We could bounce here for a day or two, and then if we close below it, we're expecting 284.70 over the following 3 to 5 days. So, you could play the short side, 2 to 3 week swing traders with a settlement below 324.37. We could then see 284.70 within 2 to 3 weeks. Just know that on the way down, 304 even is likely to test your patience. And so you might just do a stair-step approach where you grab 20 points below 324.37 to 304 even. And if we close below 304 even, you grab another 20 points roughly to 284.70. Now, 252.87, at this point in time, I will begin considering it a target under two scenarios. I'm going to call it an attainable target. If we happen to push back into the low to mid 350s once again, I do think we can fall back to some variation of this 252.87 formation. It would have if we were to top out in this zone exactly, it would have a slightly descending quality, but not as steep as this one. It would eventually be in the 250s. So there you have it. Or if we close below 284.70, then I have a 2 to 3 week sell signal down to 252.87. 252.87 I consider really kind of equal importance to the 350s. So it's like 350s resistance price ceiling that may contain buying through August, and we could fall away from there. And downside, if tested, it is the 250s that may well contain selling through August and even through September, because I don't see us testing this at all. And it could be at some point in August where we could bottom out through September and round up again. Finally, closing below 255.41 does set up the 160s as a 2 to 3 month target. So in terms of kind of a swinging for the fences, longer term objectives, we have a clear sign of projected weakness into the 160s with a settlement below 255.41. And inversely, as I've been saying, if we close above 356.41, just the opposite, we see a continued protracted rally over the following half year or so to 518.73, where we could top out possibly on an annual basis. This is a 5-year channel top after all.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of that 5-day free trial. You'll be able to see Riot Platforms and Lindy PLC that we put out on Tuesday. We do 2 every week. We always look for at least 20% returns on those, 20% appreciation in the underlying stock itself. We're not promising you 20% returns. That depends on how much, I don't want to get into all that. So it could take me another 10 minutes to go into our risk management and portfolio management beliefs and policies that we adhere to, that's actually coming soon. Just so you know, we are going to be creating kind of a multi-video series that really outlines portfolio management, speculative trading, certain ratios designated to speculation versus investment and retirement, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that is all I have. I'm going to leave it at that. Please click like, share, subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow with Thursday's Tesla, and you have a great day.